I want to flip this just a little bit. So it's, the question is, can entrepreneurship be taught? Can it also be, I guess, I don't know if taught is the right word, but almost taken away from you at a young age? Like, you're headed down this path and maybe you have this passion for it, but the path that we're going on, like saying going to school, your parents, they were like, my parents worked for city government too. So it's like the pension. So it's almost like that was the path that was laid down in front of me. And that
Mm-hmm.
was my mindset. So is it kind of like you think your upbringing also has an impact on kind of what path you're headed down?
I do. I definitely do. Think of the term. What is the term? Nature versus nurture, right? Old psychology term,
Mm-hmm.
right? Nature versus nurture. For me per se, my dad taught me entrepreneurship very young. He had me and my siblings go door to door, selling these like porcelain clowns, knocking on the door saying, "Hey, we're the youth entrepreneur program, and we're selling these trinkets." I sold Chinese fans. I've sold porcelain clowns. My dad, who happened to be a 30-year journeyman, by the way, was like, "Hey, I want you to understand that you can make your own money." And he says, first rule of thumb is it takes money to make money. So he taught me the most basic, really rudimentary type of entrepreneurship. Right? He didn't go beyond that lesson, but he laid the foundation for where I'm at now. So kudos to my pops for that. And as in high school, I sold everything from knives to bootleg to shoes to watches. You name it. People called me hustle man. I was doing everything right in high school. And and but again, what happens is reality sinks in and you're like, oh, this money's not consistent. How do I continue to drive for, the consistent income that I want out of this? So you start thinking about, I'm going to college, I go to military, and then you got all these different things, the other factors. And if you think about it, even our school system doesn't really foster entrepreneurship. That's not a thing. You ask a kid 5 years old, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? They'll be like, I want to be a president. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a policeman. I want to be a lawyer. They'll never say, I want to be an entrepreneur.
Mm-mm.
Like, I
No.
haven't met one 5-year-old say, I want to be an entrepreneur. So it's taught, I believe, to a degree because someone has to teach you how to do it. You gotta be like, whatever that guy's doing or that woman's doing, I want to do. So you gotta see it in some form or fashion and know it's attainable, right? Thank God for YouTube now, right? Like you have all these people on YouTube who saying like Pace Morby and all these other guys out here and ladies, April Crossley's one of my coaches, that's saying this is what you can do, this is how you do it, and this is how you get in real estate. And you're like, oh, you can do it. I always make a joke. My dad's 67, right? My dad bought his first house when in 98. His first home he actually bought. He bought it for $500. He tried. Yeah, he got lucky.
Teach us.
It was luck. It was literally luck. What happened was he was like, buy here, pay here. He was like, basically, it was the buy here, pay here home. Like, not buy here home. It was a rent to own home. And the older guy was like in his older age, advanced age. And he died. His wife didn't know the book. She's like, whatever you have in your bank, just give it to me and you can have the house. And he got it. That's for $500 basically. And he fixed it up. We got it. We lived there. And when we moved again, he was trying to rent it out, but he didn't understand how to do it. Right. And I was talking with my friend who's also an entrepreneur and investor. I was like, man, my dad is the most social person I know, and he's a salesman out this world. If he had the understanding of wholesaling, like the technology we have 20, 30 years ago, like he would have been a millionaire. Like I know this about him. And it's the excess of YouTube and people telling you how to get into wholesaling and how to start your foot in real estate. We have access now that we've never had before. So anybody can be an entrepreneur, but it comes not from passion, but as Carla said, that drive. Am I going to say I am done with this 9 to 5? I'm going to take a bet on myself. College. Think about college, man. When you go to college, you bet on yourself. Why? Because mom and dad ain't waking you up for school anymore. You're getting up on your own time. If you miss your class, the professor does not care.
Yeah.
And guess what? If you fell out, you still pay. So it's the same with entrepreneurship. If you fail, it's your own fault. And yes, there's external factors. Yes, there's things that happen. But it's just a matter of like, okay, I'm about to fail, but will I stop? Failure is in entrepreneurship, in my opinion, it's inevitable. But it's the matter of how you respond to failure. Okay, that didn't work this time. Let's try it this way.
So what's your folks' thoughts about just going all in? Like if let's say like Kevin, you still have a W-2, I still have a W-2. Are you staying in that field to leverage it? Or like what do you think about just jumping all in? Like what's your guys' thoughts on that?
Circumstance, man. I'm staying 9 to 5 right now because I got health issues.